Mid-game is the most important part of any competitive match. Having a successful mid-game will set you up for the easiest end-game possible. Today, I'm sharing a pro's perspective on how simple it can be to have a perfect mid-game. Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. Yo, what's good?
I'm good. What about you?
Pretty good, chilling. How can I help you?
Okay. I'm gonna put it like as simple as possible. I feel like my off spawn is good. Like I have a huge problem with my mid game. Like if I can get to end game, it's a guaranteed like top 3. It's free. But the problem is getting there because I'm just getting ran by cheaters and I don't know how to play Storm. So that's like a big thing actually.
Alrighty, let's do it. Let's take a deep dive into mid game. I feel like mid game. I mean, I'm speaking from not playing Middle East, but I feel like mid game on Middle East might be an easy thing. Obviously, we'll see here. But
this isn't even our team.
Yeah,
our team is landing mask.
I'm waiting for you guys to drop the bus. There we go.
Yeah, playing mid game isn't hard at all. It's just like it's the fact that there's so many cheaters in Middle East. That's my issue.
Get a knock there. I'm gonna skip through this because this is just like your early game looting fighting, but we'll see here in a couple minutes into the game. You're gonna fight the vault. So you kill this team here. I will say as a small detail, because I think this definitely could count as, I mean, this is most definitely mid-game.
Yeah.
So right here, you can see, oh, let me, stuck in the wall. I'm assuming, yeah, so you said you're IGL, but you can see your fraggers or these two players are pushed up. What I would want you to do consistently is block the back here. Obviously, like, I think there's always a role in trios where the IGLs, lead tarping in the end game. Then there's a fragger that's in the back or in the middle. And then there's always somebody that's, also a fragger, but is focused on blocking the back. And that's like typical in-game setup that you're going to want to have. But in a lot of mid-game fights, you kind of want your fraggers to be the ones box fighting, playing for the angles, playing for pressure, and cleaning up the fights quicker. So in a mid-game as an IGL, for me personally, and I think for you as well, should just be continuing to block the back, secure the angles, block it off. Because this is like opening the opportunity for a team to hear these gunshots, want to do the same thing, lurk on it.
Get on the back.
Exactly. And then there goes 7 minutes where you got off spawn kills, you got your loot. I mean, if we look at your loot here, you got 1 bat, 2 bats, and two bats. So it's like you have pretty good mid-game loot, and you're definitely able to play this game out with what you have. Of course, you want to have 3 bats, but you can always bat your teammate ahead for that, missed slot, or get the ice hands, or, eventually find another bat. So yeah, this is something that will help if you can be consistent at this, blocking the back, playing support. Same thing here, right? Like you kill this guy, you're pushed up, that's fine, but then let them get this, like let them push in a bit and continue to block off the back, right? Close his angles off, reset the cones, make some space. Just even in the fact that maybe a team doesn't come to clean you up, but this team, maybe they pump both your fraggers for 180, and now you're weak, and now you have nowhere to go back to without like jumping over the wall or resetting it, editing through. It's like a little messy, right? But obviously, looks like you can get this fight up really quick. One guy gets out, kill 2. And in general, as a team overall, and for your own peace of mind, knowing that your back is blocked in will allow you to just kind of, okay, we killed this team. Let's grab some loot here. Grab this. Yeah, no worries, guys. We're good. We're safe. Everything's fine. But instead, you're kind of like just almost winging it and hoping that a team doesn't lurk on you. Because your fraggers, I mean, I don't know them personally, but typically a fragger is not as smart. And so they might just be like, oh, nice. We got the kills. Let me just run back out. And then, they might run right into the team that's just sitting here on the stair. And then boom, you just lost the game. And that's like, it's partly your fragger's fault for not thinking about blocking the angles. It could be, partly your fault to not prepare them on the comm. Like, nice kills. I'm going to loot the inside, but be careful when you go out. Like that might help them fix that issue. But most importantly, if you want to just solve it entirely, is just, claiming your back, claiming the space, and making it even.
Yeah.
And then just typically for mid game, right? This is like something that I'm going to mention now that didn't get you killed, but in a mid game, if you can have this habit, you'll avoid a lot more of taking damage, getting fried randomly, getting snuck up on, or even dying overall. But when you come out into an unknown, even though you came in before, right? You kind of knew that the area, you knew this is, no one's there and no one's there. Things can change in that time when you're fighting. So you come in here, you're fighting, right? Then you're going back up, and now you're coming back into the unknown. Just same thing that you would do here when you're rotating into the black market. Is you'd go over this hill and say, okay, yeah, no one's there. We cleared the unknown. Now we're going in, we fight, we kill him. When you come back out, same thing. Even though you may piece the back, you may do all this correct, you still need to clear the unknown. So you kind of came out and just kind of looked down and ran towards, right? Like you were throwing the pad or you're running the bush. But there could be easily a guy here waiting for you to come out or on this hill waiting. And so you got to always re-clear the unknown. So you go.
That's fair.
Again, you can kind of see the same habit of like, you just ran, right? Like obviously no one was here and maybe you just know that. Maybe you're just sixth sense, you just understand everything around you, but it's definitely a good habit to build to always just check around you, just real quick. Scout around you, make sure no one's lurking on you. Especially at a black market, because that's a favorable position for anyone to want to be in. And then here, yeah, you're going for the car objective, so same type of thing. I think your teammates are probably giving you communications like, oh yeah, you know, no one's on the hills or we're good.
Yeah, they come to clear, yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfectly fine, but just making sure you have that same game plan for when you're getting an objective like the black market or when you're getting the objective in the armored vehicle. You want to make sure you're clear. Yeah, it looks like you're safe, okay. Let him get it, that's fine. Another thing that you can definitely do in this scenario, again, to just avoid any type of issues, getting fried, losing heals, getting knocked, whatever, is just to build around yourself kind of like this and then spray the boss or spray the bots. Or at least give your guys, your teammates the communication that, you know, all right, we're getting this. As soon as you guys get shot, I need you guys to build, right? Like it needs to be set in their minds, because if not, a lot of times fraggers or everybody on the team might just be so focused on minis, you know, spray the bot, kill him, all right, more minis, you know, throw the dynamite on, whatever. And then all this focus that you're spending on this is just, you're losing your focus on what's around you, which is going to allow teams to come in. So as long as you're prepared as a team, like, all right, guys, let's get this car, but just, if you get shot, be ready to build. Right, all right, got it. Because we're safe right now. We know no one's masked. We know no one's on the black market. We should be good. But just in case, I want you guys to be ready to build right away. And as long as they have that in the back of their mind, typically 9 times out of 10, they're going to be instantly ready to build and going to be ready to react. Versus like, if you don't say that, then they're just focused. They get caught off guard, and now they're getting fried for way more and potentially dying. So now you get this, and now it's going to be about, you have the black market, you have your mobility, and you have the armored car. Now it's positioning. Now you got your surge. That's all it is. So this, for me, is just a couple things. Number one, if you land mask, you probably know this, but this whole space, kind of where I'm flying, this little house, this train track, the road, all of this, I mean, there's a team here now because it's a little later, but for the most part, if you look at the map, it's empty, right? This whole area, you can see my cursor.
Yeah.
It's very empty. This whole is, there's no loot here, so it's typically open the entire game. So when you're getting this car, you could say, okay, if I need to go to rotate somewhere, I know this path here is 99% of the time going to be open. And the same thing goes with over here. And this is a great scenario to even see it. You can visually see how open the gas station is. You can see how open the river is. All this is always open just because of the position in the map. There's no loot, and it's between these hills. So given that, you know, there's not a team up here, you can still outrender them. Like they can't see you from over here if you're on the ground, right? So render distance is definitely something you can abuse. But if you go in a lot of your games are going to be wide open. This gas station is going to be open. Froxy around there is going to be open. The river, and then where this team, the Twitter ASA 3X guy is, that's going to be pretty much wide open. So your rotate paths for where you want to go in this game is super free. You can just get the car and say, I know this spot is like high, very, very high chance that it's completely open, especially if you don't see anybody on that hill. Your goal should just be get the car, guys, and you can scout this while you're farming the car too. So, you know, everyone's getting the car. All right, nice. All right, yeah, we want to go to the big snow hill, whatever you have as a call. We want to go to the big hill. Let's go. Run this way. Boom. And then when you get up here, as you're running, you can start to set up like pre-coms. Like, okay, you know, when you're going up, be careful when you go to the top because there could be a team lurking. So you're just preparing your team for somebody to be here, right? Just in case. And then you could also say things like, you know, I'm going to go up. I'm going to build up in bricks. Just someone drop me max brick and someone drop me 250 wood. So they go up. This teammate drops you 500 brick, 250 wood. And then you build the big base, you watch over them, they're refarming. And if you can get in that cycle of every single time you're getting into a mid-game position, you're doing that same thing, it's going to make it a lot cleaner. You're going to come out with more mats, you're going to come out with more surge, you're going to come out with, you know, less grief overall, less lurking plays on your teammates. And that would be my goal here. If I was in your positions, I would get that car. While I'm getting the car, I would plan ahead, say, okay, all right, nice, yeah, we should be good. Looking at the zone. All right, we're going to want to go center here. We already have our surge. Let's go to this hill. That'd be what I would do here. But this is a fine play. Like, it's regardless, you're getting up and on a hill. But you're not really putting yourselves in a power position to win the game. You're kind of just, looks like you may be searching for more kills, or you're going for this, for the pad maybe.
Yeah, we're going for the path, like, try and rotate left, because, like, left is usually, like, incredibly dead in these lobbies.
Yeah, but this is a little bit of an over rotate, right? That this is not needed from where you were. Because if you think about, I mean, we can look at the map now. It's pretty clear to see, like, yes, the Wolf Hill is open outside of a canyon. Yes, there's a team Crime City. You didn't know that in the moment. You didn't know there's a team Foxy, but you could see just how close you were from the marker of where the car was just to being in this open space. And I think that's literally it. Like, I think if you can understand that the open area that I talked about, how it's almost always going to be open, you would just not do this next time. Like if we were in a game right now, same exact zone, you would understand that, okay, this is open, the river's going to be open, and the gas station is going to be wide open. So as long as this hill is unclaimed, it's even, I mean, this whole area is free. You can just look at this. So
yeah, I think I remember why this game. We were running away from the medallion because we knew who they were and their rages. So we're just like full running from them, just hoping that they don't kill us. I remember this game. That's why we had to rotate from the left. So.
Cheaters is a crazy thing. And then when you're coming through here, I don't think you didn't hit this hill. But let's just say, regardless of what, you know, we already talked about, you didn't want to do that anyways. Okay, that's fine. You're running for this medallion team if that's the team, whatever it is. When you're gliding through here, I would much rather have you land in this valley here, just because you have protection from both sides. You know, I mean, you can see those builds when you're flying in, and you can assume there's going to be a team in Crime City, or at least over here, or maybe even on the Wolf. So if you can glide in every time and have this path, boom, right through it. No risk. You don't need mats. You're not getting risk, you know, getting shot right through it. They can't really see you. You build a bit. Maybe you timing them so much with a bat, you run so fast, and then boom, you're still here. And this is still a great spot. If we look at where I am, like this is perfect. You're pretty much on that white cloud. So again, this is an over rotate. In this scenario, you'd rather just do what we talked about earlier. But if you wanted to do this, I'd much rather have you do this. And in general, for working on a mid-game game plan, a lot of it is going to be do it once, remember it worked, do it again. Like that is like the method of having a perfect mid game every single time, and it takes experience. Again, like if this is your first time playing this season, and I told you to rotate, you know, the brand new map, first time playing it, you wouldn't know how to play mid game perfectly. But once you do it over and over and over again, just like I talked about here with this open space, you know, let's say today we play a game and we do it, you would process that in your moment, in that moment, and say, this worked, this is free, I can do it again. And again, same thing here. Now that you understand this is the path you want to take, if you do this. If you're ever over here and you ever have to rotate this way, this direction, you should always be using this train track to rotate on. Because yeah, you're getting shot from the hill, so you had to build them off. So that's just unnecessary. And then you're rotating into a bunch of players, right? Where you just don't have to be doing this.
I think we needed a crazy game to get back into it, so we're just trying to get like over aggressive. We're just keying this team.
Yeah,
because we saw it was a solo.
I will say, I think in Division Cups, keying is definitely fine. But you would be surprised if you look back at this tournament. Again, I don't know the timing exactly. I don't know your games left perfectly. I can't evaluate your exact moment right here, but you would be very surprised to know that like if you just played out every single game, even if you're behind a bit, you will catch back up. Going for kills is good, but at this point in the game, the risk versus reward is not there. You're going to be potentially losing everything you have, or a lot of mats, a lot of heals, for an extra 9 points, I think, or what is it, 6 points, 3 kills or 2 points a kill. So that's it. And you're missing out on potentially getting another 30 points because you lived from top 10 to top 3, right? Versus now you get this team, you get 6 more points, and you only made it to 12th place. You know, whatever it is. So the risk reward is not there in this scenario. So I would just, I mean, you could go for this fight. It's quick, go for it, but. And then, yeah, at this point, right, like, honestly, at this point, when you're frying them and you don't get it, you don't hit them for 100, you don't get any crazy damage, I don't think you killed them, right?
Yeah, no, at this point, I remember, like, I tried to disengage, and then I just see my teammates, like, full jumping the kid in storm, and I can't leave them, so I just have to jump in with them, I guess.
Of course, yeah. And that's a big part of understanding your teammates, is understanding what they might do if you're caught into a fight. If they play over aggressive, then you may not want to be taking a ton of mid game fights, or at least you want to set your parameters beforehand. Like, go into this fight. All right, guys, we need a big game here. We're gonna look for some kills. What I want you guys to do is, if we do not get a fry over 100, we're leaving instantly. We're leaving right away. We're gonna go get some refarm, get our mats up. Doesn't matter. We'll look for the next fry. So if you set that parameter every time you go into any scenario, especially like this, say, hey, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Your teammates are on the same page. They understand it. Boom. It's not just like, where's the next team? Oh, they're down here. Let's go fight. And then that's it. Because all they're thinking about is just kill, fight, 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 fight. And if you can set guidelines like that, it'll help a ton. So you pick up the kill. This is all fine. But yeah, I mean, you can just look how open the space is still. Look at that. Look at just no one is there. Now imagine if you were just sitting in a bush in the middle of zone, you might still be able to get another 3 kills from just sitting in a bush, right? Just waiting for a team to run by in the middle of zone.
Sure.
But either way, like this is still perfectly fine. Now you got a kill. You're in a storm. It's a 1 tick. There's really not like you haven't lost much here, so this is fine. Get a kill, perfect. Like this looks like a great game.
And then we get jumped by 3 ragers. I remember.
Let's see. So there's guys that coming in storm here. This guy's on edge. Yeah, you get jumped up on. Yeah. And yeah, that's just the way it goes. I mean, I can't help that these guys are cheating. If they are, that's unfortunate. But like at the end of the day, if you're just not putting yourself in this scenario, it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think
it's a mistake. We shouldn't have taken this on fight. Sure.
For sure. There's a ton of games where I'll play where I know cheaters are in the game. Like my teammates will say, this guy is like a known cheater. Like the game's gonna be dead, or we gotta be careful because this guy, maybe he's not keying the lobby, but if we do run into him, he's just gonna kill us. Like he's just cheating. So those are games where if you know they're in your game, or you think that there might be a cheater in your game. Let's say you're saying Middle East has a ton of cheaters, then definitely play to that strength. Like you don't have to be fighting on edge and just play positioning, because they're not gonna look to just key the middle of the map. Cheaters want to just fight where everyone else is fighting and just clean up those fights, kind of like they did here. So yeah, this game is now gone. Like, and I mean, looking at your match history, you had a 9-minute game, 3-minute game, 4-minute game, and a 3-minute game. So let's just say you died off spawn once, twice, 3 times, and the 9-minute game could be 4 times. And this game was 16-minute game. So you died off spawn 4 times in the entire tournament, which is not a insane amount of times. It's kind of average.
It's not ideal if you're trying to call.
Yeah, it's average for sure. It's not horrible, but at a spot like Mass Meadows, unless you guys are, and I don't know you guys as a team, unless you guys are the best team in the world at this position, at fighting off spawn here, I always personally take every game as like this is my last game to play, in the sense that like I might be contested by 8 teams the next 5 games in a row. And I think Mass Meadows is a perfect spot to put like that scenario in mind. Like there's a ton of teams that land Mass Meadows over and over and over again. Almost every game you're probably going to be contested. So, and those off spawn fights might go any way. You might get only gray guns and they have all shotguns, gold shotguns, and it's just like you can't win that. Then you go next game, you're conned again. Then you don't get any guns, they 50-50 you and you die again. Okay, next game. It's like these are unlucky scenarios, but it's unlucky that you lost that fight, but it's not unlucky that you're going to be contested. So you got to prepare for that, and that's why I say treat every game like it's your last, because it may be your last good uncontested game, or your last game where you just kill the team off spawn. Maybe the next 5 games the teams run away and they take half your loot. That's very possible at Mass Meadows. And so anytime that I personally live off spawn, I take it as like, this is it. Like I got to make this game count here, because who knows what the next few games have in store. So that's my advice for that. But yeah, you can just see, like, if we just look at this position here, this team is pretty much in the spot you want to be at. I don't understand what this is. Don't do this.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna be honest.
But yeah, you can see.
I had like other questions as well.
How free this
for
is.
like off spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the middle of the map is free. But here's you play the mountain next to Mass, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this season I've been trying to copy your game plan. Like it works, but the problem is my teammates are, and no offense to them, so they don't know how to fight on the mountain. Because I play on the top chest, so I get the fry on the first kid on the first tunnel.
Oh, so you're trying to land here?
No, like I do land here, but the problem is like my teammates hate fighting off spawn here because they don't know how to win it. So that's why I have to land masked with them after I compromise.
I see. Yeah, I would say honestly, I'll definitely give you some advice for this, but I would personally say if I was playing in Middle East, I would be landing at Mass Meadows 100%. Like the only reason why I'm landing at this spot is because NA is so congested with we've got Acorn landing Mass Meadows, we've got a good team landing Foxy, Canyon's bad, we got Peterbot at Crime City. So like it's not like I'd have a ton of options to just pick between. But Middle East is, I'm sure there's a number 1 team in Middle East that lands here. Like I don't know maybe Cal Gamer lands here. It's like that's not who you want to contest. But like I would imagine that there's going to be a lot of opportunities to find a free spot. Like it may not be Mass, it may be Hopeful, and that's a good spot. It may be, maybe like the Bridge, and that's a pretty solid spot on NA. Like if you can take that, you'll be good. But this spot is like not that great unless you can play perfectly. And by the way you're describing it with your teammates, it sounds like it may be difficult to play perfect. Yeah. Like you literally have to play this spot to a T. Like because your loot is so inconsistent, your positioning is pretty solid. And the way players can interact with you around you, like they could pad on you on your hill, they could lurk up from Foxy. Like there's a lot of randomness that can happen in these games, and that's true with any spot, but mostly with a split drop like this mountain. So if you can, if you have teammates that can play perfect, then we can work on that, and we can create I can give you the game plan that I have. But I would say if I was you in Middle East, I would want to land Mast. I think that's fine. You're gonna have better loot. You're gonna kill the team every time.
Here's my issue. For the last week, everybody's just full raging, and we are on so many lists. It's crazy, and they all land masked. They're all landing masked, like full grief us, so that like we're just getting pushed off.
Yeah.
So that's why I do land the mountain, because like when we were getting griefed by cheaters at any POI, we'd go the mountain, we'd be conned by like some random shit team, like we'd win it, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then we'd key the metal split back of the map.
Yeah.
It's it looks like Camp God.
I gotcha.
And then we'd rotate all the way around from Shogun side, and we'd be fine. But our heals would just be finished, because like we can't play Storm. Like I have no idea how to play Storm. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Like with landing mask to avoid cheaters in Middle East, because it's guaranteed at least 20 cheater teams. That's like it's more cheaters than there is like legit players. So I have to tank Storm. Yeah, no, it's like ridiculous. Like I think out of the 20 teams that called Div 2, 17 were cheating. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so Kashka Finals, I think 400 of the 600 were cheating. It's a cheater region, so it's fully infested. That's my problem, and I can't play Storm because I'm just getting looked at like I'm in a crazy situation.
Yeah, I definitely get it. I would say this spot is pretty simple. We'll talk about it a little bit here. So number one, yeah, you're right. You should be putting one person on the top porta potty just because it's not worth sending everyone down there, and I've done this for the last 2 seasons, and my win rate percentage, I don't know what it would be statistically, but it's very high. Like I win way more than I lose doing this strategy, and it seems like everyone in the world wants to land 3 down here, and I've just won more consistently from putting 1 guy up here, 2 down here. So the way to play it is simple. You just drop in, boom, double 50-50, go for the guns, whatever. One person comes up here, grabs the gun, slides down right away, instantly as fast as they can, comes down right away, falls down the zipline here, hits the zipline, and then fights in here. And other than that, like, that's pretty much it. When you're going on the inside, it's just a 50-50, and that's why this spot is good, but can also be bad if you have bad drops. And I would also say, if your teammates have bad drops, there's no point in going here. I'm sure you are familiar with drop calc or anything like that, like the auto calculate. Yeah. Those things are absolutely insane. And at a 50-50 spot like this, it's all about glides. Like, if me and you were going against each other, I don't have a better drop map. You don't have a better drop map because we're both using drop calc because it's the best thing that you can use. It's AI that's telling you where to go. So we both have the same exact markers. So we know when to jump. We both have the same timing. We know where to hit the marker. We both have the same marker. The only thing that's going to separate me and you is my glide to the POI versus your glide to the POI. And if we have the same exact glide, then it's like perfect, right? Then we're both 50-50ing and we're actually like creating a 50% chance for each of us to win. But if you want to win more, like 60-70% of the time, 80% of the time, the better glide that you have down to here is, if you beat the player out with the glide, you're going to win the spot. So if your teammates aren't good at gliding or don't understand the process, then you need to teach them that if you want to land here. And if you feel like it's hard for them to learn or be consistent at it, then you should consider not landing at a 50-50 spot because that's just the way it goes. If you don't have good glides on your whole team, you're going to lose 50-50s way more than if you just, let's say you have bad glides, you could teach them and they still don't get it. Bad glides at a POI, there's so much space here, there's so many mats to be had that like you'll be fine. So yeah, cool. Any other questions about this game in particular?
No, just rotate through free space. No need to do all the extra shit, I guess.
Yep, exactly. I think, again, the biggest takeaway that I would have for you, if you want to write it down or set it as a note, whatever, is plan ahead while you're doing an objective. So it could be the same as here. Like, okay, we're going to come in here, you're planning ahead. So you're gonna block the back. You guys fighting this right now? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna block the back. So you're planning ahead. You're blocking. You're being proactive there. And then when you're coming out, you clean the fight up. You're planning ahead. Okay, when you go up there, be careful. Scout around you. It's unknown. So they go up. Oh, yep, it's good again. We checked it 5 minutes ago. We're good again. Boom, pad. All right, go. So now we're here. Car. Yep. All right, let's plan ahead. So while you guys are getting in the car, what do you guys need for mats? Brick and metal. Okay, got you. Do. Get the mats. Okay, yep. And then while they're getting in the car, like, how close is it, guys? You know, we're about to get it in a couple minutes or whatever, a couple seconds. All right, I'm planning to rotate, planning ahead. Oh, we're going to this hill. Okay, got the car. Nice, you guys got it. Let's go. Boom, we're here. We're running to the hill. Okay, planning ahead. All right, let's see. So I need brick and wood. You guys got me? Yep, drop me on the base right in the box. Okay, I want you to put it on me. Okay, got it. Drop the mats. Boom. All right, planning ahead. Next rotate, you say, okay, if zone pulls this way, we can go instantly down into zone. Zone pulls this way, you know, and just calculate your options. So that would be the biggest takeaway. And if you want to be perfect in mid game, that is your guideline. Like if you can plan ahead consistently and communicate that with your teammates, you're golden. Like this will be the easiest game of all time for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Sweet.